Terrafugia, TFX. Terrafugia, launched in 2006 by a group of MIT graduates, is nowadays working on two interesting flying car projects. The first is called the Transition, and it is expected to be the world's first practical flying car. The TFX is the other, more exciting project. They plan to expand this model to mass manufacturing in order to forever change personal transportation. The TFX is being designed from the ground up as an all-electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicle, computer-controlled flying car. Not only that, but its clean design will make it a competitor for today's high-end sports cars. This is one to keep an eye out for in the coming years. PAL-V Liberty. PAL-V, a Dutch aircraft manufacturer, is going to be completing their Liberty flying aircraft car project. They're so close in their plan that they've started to take pre-orders. If that's correct, it'll be among the first available commercially flying cars, if not the very first. According to their CEO, all they require right now are the final certifications to commercialize their Freedom and Rights. The Freedom is equipped with two specifically made engines for use on the ground and in the air. It has a top land speed of 160 kilometers per hour. That's right around 100 miles per hour, and an airspeed of 180 kilometers per hour. If or perhaps when it hits the market, it's expected to have a price of $400,000 per unit. Joby Aviation's air taxi. Joby Aviation has been constructing a private aerobatic flying machine for a few years before having received a massive cash influx from Toyota and Intel. The terms of the investment required the development of an all-electric air taxi. In reference to the others on this list, this air taxi is unique due to its ability to seat up to 5 persons. It will noticeably be heavier and larger than its competing companies. The prototype plans show that it will be a VTOL, but it will look more like a conventional aeroplane with multiple propellers. The next fascinating flying car is also one to keep an eye on. DeLorean DR7. The company that developed one of cinema history's greatest best-known cars is working on a flying car. This company is DeLorean, and its flying car project may be the only one that takes a step back in time. DeLorean Aerospace is currently headed by Paul DeLorean, John DeLorean's nephew. The iconic DeLorean gull-wing car that became as famous as the Back to the Future DeLorean DR7 will have electric engines that will be completely independent, which means you won't need a pilot's license to fly it. The DeLorean DR7 will have electric engines. And yes, they will work completely independently, which means that yes, you don't need a pilot's license to fly it. The company plans to build a comprehensive working model later this year. Uber Air VTOL Taxi. Uber is currently working on their own adventurous flying car project, also known as VTOL taxis. The system is called Uber Air, and it will be launched in Texas and in Los Angeles first. The project has been in the works since 2016, and Uber hopes to launch it soon. Beyond that, little is known about the project, but they have teamed up with up to 5 new partners, which include Boeing, to achieve its new goals. Their initial city selection does seem to highlight some significant flaws with VTOL craft. For safety reasons, VTOLs do not perform well in harsh environments and are best suited to areas with generally mild weather and low rain. Airbus Vahana. Yeah, guys, you heard that right. Airbus is also in the list. To stay in the list of bringing you flying cars to the market, Airbus has been working on their own. It's called the Vahana, and it's another self-piloted all-electric VTOL that's in the works. The plan is to save money by not appointing trained and experienced pilots to fly the thing once it's released. Because autopilot software is fairly mature at this point, doing so should not be out of the question, especially for an accomplished organization the size of Airbus. This will also have other benefits for things like repair work, as the craft will be capable of automatically flying themselves in for upgrades and repairs as required. It appears to be making good progress too, having completed its first successful test flight earlier this year. This was accomplished entirely autonomously, and Airbus intends to conduct many more tests in the future, including basic wheeling and dealing. VRCO, Neo X-Craft. VRCO, a British company, is currently working on their own flying car project. They designed their own Neo X-Craft to be capable of traveling on land, in the air, and on water. According to the CEO of the company, Daniel Hayes, the Neo X-Craft should be ready for the road tests by 2022. Its design is especially innovative. Its ducted fans can be used in flight or rotated to become driving wheels. The flying car's VTOL mode will allow it to carry up to 180 kg of payload, which is roughly equivalent to 2 passengers. If you're enjoying this video, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. It's what we do here, bring you awesome content. Let's continue. Lilium Jet. Lilium Aviation, a German startup, is also participating in the flying car project. Their recommendation, like others, is very optimistic, with the ability to carry up to 5 travelers. They also plan to make it possible to revive their flying car via a smartphone app. Lilium, like the other companies on the list, hopes that theirs will forever change public transportation. Lilium's solution, like many others, will be an entirely electric VTOL flying car, but it will be a jet-powered flying car. Lilium's jet-powered flying car will have a top range of around 300 kilometers, and it will be able to travel between London and Paris in about an hour. They hope to have it operational by early 2025. Toyota Skydive. Toyota, not to be outdone by its competitors, is also working on their own flying car project. Their solution is unlike any other thing on the list, and it's hoped to originally have it be showcased by the opening 2020 Olympic Games in Tokyo. The Tokyo Skydive is currently the world's smallest electric vehicle, measuring 2.9 meters long, 1.1 meters tall, and 1.9 meters wide. It is being developed currently by a team of Toyota engineers led by Tsubasa Nakamura, who designed the vehicle in his spare time. The project teams hope to have the Skydive reach top land speeds of 150 kilometers per hour, with cruising speeds exceeding 100 km/h. They also hope to start screening the aircraft soon to have it prepared for mass production by 2030. Aeromobile 4.0. Because of its exceptional durability and consistency, this flying car enables you to experience the sky up close and personal. Special care has been taken to keep this lightweight, but not at the expense of style and comfort. In fact, this flying car has a unique reputation for being a luxurious vehicle, with seats that provide the best experience for 2 people. It has a sophisticated automotive crash structure design as well as an occupant restraint system. Not only that, but the entire vehicle is equipped with a ballistics recovery parachute. Blackfly. However, Blackfly does not behave exactly like a car on the road because it must be carried by a pair of carts. Furthermore, it can only seat one person, who's 6.5 feet tall or shorter and weighing under 250 pounds. It's not quite the flying car experience, but it's affordable and attainable, unlike most of the other flying cars for sale on this list. It's designed to take off and land vertically and has a top speed of 62 miles per hour. It can fly for about 25 miles without recharging the onboard battery. It can only fly over land in the United States. Carplane. This is one of the very few flying cars to receive funding from the government, which took place in 2016 when the German government granted it a €500,000 tax incentive. It was one of the few vehicles to receive reserve funding from the Federal Economics Ministry in May 2017. Furthermore, the company introduced its recent developments in September at the International Automobile Show in Frankfurt before introducing them in November in Beijing. What distinguishes the Carplane from the competition is that it is a convergence product. which means that it was designed to handle all types of usage, both private and commercial.
Commit and climb, the only way to win at life. I never miss, that's fact. Taking big swings, hand me the bat. Put me in the ring, you'll go out.
There is some time before the real flying car dream becomes a reality. The first recorded flight of such a vehicle occurred in 2006. When they're finally released, they will give the conventionally cool automobiles a run for their money. Until then, simply looking at them and contemplating them allows one to marvel at the human imagination. Have you ever traveled in a flying car? Let us know in the comments section below. Hope you liked the video. Here's some cool suggestions from the channel. Please feel free to check them out. If you want more videos like this, stay connected with us because we have cool videos coming up for you guys. Take care. See you in the next video.
I was